Hey, we're the band Crooked Teeth, and you're watching Digital Tour Bus, and we're here in Chicago showing off of our tour bus. That's right. That's it, right there.
We're out with 408 and Telltale and Definitely Maybe.
That's a band name. Definitely Maybe is the opener on the tour.
Definitely Maybe. It's them.
That's who they are. That's all the bands on the tour.
He's awkward like this on purpose.
This is the cockpit of our tour bus, and I drive usually, and also sometimes Emma does. Jason, he's in the van. This is Jason back here. He sometimes also drives the van, so all three of us usually drive. So yeah.
Tyson is the worst driver in the whole world, and so I have a really hard time with clenching my butthole.
Really tight butthole going on.
Really pushing diamonds constantly because.
That's a new one. I haven't heard that one.
You've never heard pushing diamonds?
Pushing diamonds? No. I like it.
He lives under a rock too.
A diamond, a big old diamond. Shiny rock.
I told him he was going to be responsible for my medical bills.
Yeah. Anyways, yeah, so that's what happens up here. Is there's a lot of driving and then clenching of, what's it called? Sphincter.
Yeah.
Sphincter clenching going on in this van at all times, even when we're sleeping. So
okay, so this is more than just a minivan.
Right.
We have this really high-tech touchscreen situation.
Navigation.
Here.
It's more than even navigation. It's got a weather system in here, so you actually there's a flood warning tomorrow.
There's even
butt warmers.
Butt warmers.
And also
Tyson accidentally set it to 69 earlier. It was really funny.
I accidentally did that. And this actually heats when it gets really cold, so cold that your hands might freeze over when you're driving. This thaws your hands. It's got a hand thawer. It's for thawing out your phalanges when it gets when the weather's really cold.
Man, I don't know if you can see down here. They're not here right now, miraculously, but this is where Tyson always leaves his cards. And then inevitably, for reenactment's sake, inevitably at least 3 times a day, he'll go, Fuck! It's not there! What the fuck did I do with my cards? At least 3 times a day. At least. Actually, one time. Tyson and I.
Turn the camera off. I have to consent.
No. You don't have to consent to this. It's not bad. One time, Tyson and I share a bed. Unfortunately, oftentimes on tour. And one time in the middle of the night, I woke up to him under the covers, going oh my God, where's my ID?
That's not what I was looking for. I was looking for something else and it wasn't there.
You didn't even remember this the next day. I woke up and he was doing this, right? And I was like, bro, why are you looking for your ID? We're asleep. And he was like, huh? And then he just went back to sleep. And then the next morning he was like, that didn't happen. So he's gaslighting me too. But yeah, so this is a spot where Tyson loses his cards and his weed.
Anyways, also we can play music on here, and sometimes if we're lucky enough, Sirius XM, and we get to hear our song on the radio, which I wish we could do that right now, but we can't. So
that was pretty sick, though. That did happen.
That happened once. Shout out Sirius XM faction. Thank you for playing our songs. Well, today's day 1. So far we've listened to Switchfoot, Ashley Simpson, Plus 44. What else have we listened to? What have we?
Toby Mac.
Reliant K.
Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit. Blink-182 always. But
insufferable
I
amount
think people should know that we're more nuanced than that.
I mean, we
listen to cooler music.
When I'm driving, we listen to a lot of country music. I love Lucinda Williams and Tyler Childers. Cheryl my fucking crow all the time, dude. I do hate driving though, so I will forego picking the music in order to not drive.
Jason likes Lil Wayne. But we don't listen to. I usually
keep my headphones on.
He usually keeps his headphones in at all times, even when he's driving.
At all times, even when he's driving, which is probably dangerous.
Lots of self-help.
I think illegal.
Audibles probably going on in there. Yeah.
It's not a lot.
Yo.
Tour life,
This is
baby.
our van. As you can see, it's pretty high tech.
Yeah.
What we lack in size,
Right.
we make up for in what's the word?
Sophistication.
Sophistication. Welcome to the pit. This is the pit right here.
The pit.
Stinky, like kind of like an armpit,
Oh.
or like sort of mostly like an armpit, but without deodorant.
Oh.
And this is where Jason hangs out
No.
most of the time by himself in this little pit.
I'm sort of, honestly, sometimes I'm practicing. I got little setups. Just like, listening to maybe a podcast or, Lil Wayne. Or, maybe might be running the set, but,
What did you used to have? What would normally go here if you were allowed to have something go right here in the middle?
I used to have
If you were allowed to.
Yeah, if I was allowed to. If I was permitted, I used to have a pad that would strap to my leg, and then I would just practice on it.
No, there was another bucket.
Oh, yeah, I used to have a bucket of rice
Yeah.
to work out my hand. I sort of just have different little things that I do.
And
to,
when we
pass
wouldn't
the
get
time.
paid, and there was like no food or anything, that's usually what we would
Eat.
use
The
to eat
rice.
is
It
the
was
bucket
like,
of rice.
Yeah, like 5 pounds of rice.
So
Dry
it's
rice.
kind of like a multi-purpose thing. It's
Yeah.
dry rice for eating and dry rice for hand clenching.
Yeah,
so.
exactly.
But now we're doing a little bit better, so we've upgraded to like Taco Bell 3 times a day. Usually,
Yeah.
try to switch it up, and or when Little Caesars like they're gonna throw away their pizzas.
We just
Sometimes they're in the back by the dumpster. That's where we frequent usually after the show.
Yeah.
Most bands go and hang out with their fans, friends, party. We just go to a Little Caesars
hang
and
out with
just
the rats and the
with the rats in the
raccoons.
back, Splinter and the
Yeah.
gang, and we wait for pizza that's free. So, yeah. There's also a pit extender. That's the big pit. This is like where a wall of death would occur. And usually our gear goes right back in here, close to our bodies, because that's like the second most important thing.
Right.
Third most important thing, here, can I take you around? All right. So this opens up, and just to get an idea, most of the gear, these are seats, like people could sit there, but we put gear, because again, it's like second most important next to our lives, all here. And then our friend Chelsea, she shoots photos and video and like kind of does tour manager stuff. She also sells merch, just like all around a huge help. But she goes like right here. So like it's all gonna be gear, and we just put her right here. She just kind of lays, so that's what we fit back here. Also, we're sharing most of our stuff with the other bands. 408 has graciously let us use their drum set and some of their gear, so we usually fly in and do this minivan sort of situation. So, but we still, minimal room for our fourth person, not as important as our gear, and that everything goes here.
We're Crooked Teeth, and you can find us on Instagram and TikTok, and I don't think we post on Facebook ever, but probably there, and also Twitter, but only go to Twitter if you want to see Tyson tweeting about how he hates Twitter.
That's where
but it's all Crooked Teeth Rock, or that.
Rock.
I think it's just Rock.
It's just
Crooked Teeth Rock.
Crooked Teeth Rock,
Yeah,
which makes
because we rock.
sense, obviously.
Yeah.
So it's just intuitive that it would be that. Obviously,
Yeah,
we're a rock.
and you can listen on Spotify and Pandora and
Tidal.
Deezer.
and most importantly, SiriusXM.
Yeah.
Please go
SiriusXM.
call SiriusXM and tell them to
Call your
continue
representatives.
Call your
to continue
congressperson.
playing Crooked Teeth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is that it?
That's
That's
it.
good.
This is just a SiriusXM advertisement,
Yeah, yeah.
actually.
Yeah.
And Chrysler Pacifica.
And Turo.
If Chrysler or if Turo would send us a sponsorship,
It'd be great.
we're really good to these cars. And
So good.
nothing bad has ever happened.
No, we definitely, every person goes to a seat, usually.
Right.
And we always wear a seatbelt.
Always.
And it smells really nice.
Never texting
Always.
and
No
driving.
one farts in this van, ever.
Never texting and driving.
Never texting.
Never looking
on
at
No.
Instagram.
While
Instagram.
driving.
No.
Tyson's pre-picked all of his music.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
He never cues them up one at a time.
No.
Yeah.
So,